Oh, no.
Hey guys, good morning.
The blender's on.
Yeah, what's up? You guys want to get blended? Melissa, our special guest, Melissa McIntyre, I guess is her last name now.
It's not. I guess it's. I mean, that's her last name. I don't think there's any debate on the subject.
Biblically, it's McIntyre, but spiritually, it's Hardy.
Is that a biblical thing? Could you trace that back to a biblical? Is that the reason why?
No, it's for tax purposes only.
I think they're one and the same at this point. I don't know.
Biblical taxes, state, church.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's a biblical thing.
I genuinely don't know.
No, it's like an ownership thing. Like back in the day when like women.
I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that now.
Melissa, your property. That's pretty much.
That's what I'm trying to get at. The whole point. So I guess Dylan is attempting. There he goes. There he is, right there.
There's that sack of shit that goes disappearing all week. He's like, oh wait, I can't.
He still hasn't. We still don't know how to turn it on. So.
Well, while Dylan's trying to figure that out, that's my sister. There.
Fantastic, Mel. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good. How are you?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Dylan, are you here? Dylan? No? Okay, well that's Chris.
See, that's not what I say. You go.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Yeah, there you go. No. Just to your right, to your left, to your right. I don't think it matters.
Welcome to the Blender. This is a show about nothing. We talk about stuff and it gets heated. There's some arguments. Melissa decided to join us today because the other host, this one, was MIA all fucking week. So, and actually she's a pretty fun girl, you know. She likes to get out, get her hair done every now and then. She she'll let it down, she'll put it up. Who knows? You know, she graduated from. Where'd you graduate? Sequoia High School at one point?
I didn't graduate.
Don't say that. Don't even. That's not.
Well, I got a GED.
She got a degree in
medical coding.
Medical coding.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you ever have a problem with your insurance, her phone number will be posted at the bottom of this.
That's
after the episode.
It's a great reference.
Yes. Christopher Angry Chef Purdue here. He's he's a man of many talents and skills.
I don't. But it was your introductions. Just go with it. Just go with it. Where?
Yeah, we gotta do the introductions because I was watching the episodes and like no one knows who we are. You know, I just want to do an introduction. So Chris is a chef.
That's fair. That's
chef
fair
per se, but his political views is like just he watches it all and he lets you know what's going on in the world.
That's great.
And the guy that says Galaxy S9, which is like, I mean, an S9? Are we serious? Fucking
dude, you know what kind of phone? I have an S8 Plus, so I don't. I have a very old phone.
God damn it, Melissa! You see these amateurs I'm working with? Fucking amateurs.
I look professional.
Yeah, she doesn't even do this for a living, guys. And look at her.
Dylan? Where's Dylan?
Dylan sucks. Dylan, turn on your fucking microphone, your video. Anyways, Dylan's the guy on the bottom, like always.
Terrible.
That can't work his camera or phone. The topic this week, I believe, was Dylan's topic, wasn't it? Wasn't it Dylan's topic?
Yeah, I think it was Dylan was in charge of that.
Well, hell, let's recap each other's week while we're waiting for Dylan to introduce the topic. Melissa, what'd you do this week?
Nothing.
It was going to be my answer too.
Really? You guys did absolutely nothing. Nothing happened.
No, I mean, I didn't do. As far as anything memorable goes, I had today. Today is the first day of t-ball for my daughters, and I'm coaching the t-ball team. So
that's huge.
It's very big. I'm very excited.
Have you gotten prepared for it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you there's a lot of stuff out there, but if I think the base is like I'm just trying to teach the kids how to like throw the ball and hit the ball and catch the ball, and you just have fun with that, and I think that we'll be okay. I mean, I keep in mind that a lot of these kids have literally never. I would venture to say all of them, because they're all it's t-ball, so none of them have like really ever played before. So
I
I
thought
think
you were
that
gonna say I've been outside. I was like, ooh.
no, I just having the experience. It's hard to think about them like not knowing anything about baseball, which is something that like everybody is usually very familiar with. So having to like teach someone, it'll be fun.
Melissa, how familiar are you with baseball?
What the hell's baseball?
Yeah.
Touche.
Clever. So yeah, you're excited about that, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm super nervous. So other people's parents are actually literally like giving you permission to teach their kids something? That's
Yeah,
off-putting.
yeah. I'll have to settle that later. I'll have to. But yeah, it should be interesting. It got canceled yesterday because there was a storm. So
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I
yeah, it
want to
should
do
be
something
fun.
with Isaac like that sometime. Melissa,
Yeah.
what did you do this week? Don't lie to me.
Worked. I worked.
Yeah.
I worked.
What do you do, Melissa?
I'm a waitress.
Nice. What kind of restaurant are you at?
The Union Hill Grill. It's like fine dining.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Well, what happened there? Did anyone piss you off?
Oh, I'm sure.
Come on.
No,
No? You're just cool, calm, and collected the whole time, huh?
just mom,
Oh, yeah.
That's
That
great.
woman.
That's great.
She's like a Buddhist monk, but she pisses you off so bad.
No, the other night she got so mad she threw spoons.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
God.
I was like, damn, psycho.
My mom used to throw spoons at me.
I wish I could have witnessed that.
No, you don't.
Did you fight back? Remember that one time you slapped mom?
We don't talk about that.
You know what? You want to know what my fondest memory is? And this is really getting like specific, but I was thinking about the other day. One of my fondest memories is sitting in y'all's living room, and I don't remember how old we were, very young. And Melissa had gotten into an argument or something with one of your parents, and she goes from the kitchen, she like runs upstairs, runs all the way up the stairs, gets to her, and just repeatedly slams her door shut over and over and over. It was great.
I still do that.
That's great. No, I assumed so. That's why I brought it up.
Try to get my anger out.
Yeah.
That's great.
I literally bought 16 doors this year.
Yeah.
Dylan, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up?
There it is. Okay.
We're just recapping the week before you introduced the topic. So we got Melissa was super happy, had no issues whatsoever except for with my mom, and she likes to slam doors to let out anger. Chris is about to start coaching softball and
T-ball, co-ed T-ball, Dick.
What's the difference?
Oh
no, I got it. T-ball.
Substantial difference.
On the
Yeah.
thing.
Right. Yeah.
What'd you do this week, Dylan? Dylan, recap. What'd you do this week?
Lots of prolonged masturbation.
I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
Was it a group activity? Was the whole family there, or was it just?
No, it was all mental. I never actually did it. Just a lot of thinking about doing it.
Oh yeah, that's the route.
That's what you like to do, right? Just think about something for a long period of time but never actually do it.
Yeah. Yep. That's my thing. That's what I do.
Okay, so you did absolutely nothing, huh?
You're looking at it, smoking cigarettes, dog.
Damn. Guys.
Yeah.
Well, that takes nerve. That's very Sam Elliott of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Marlboro man.
It's great. All right, introduce the topic and tell us why you decided and what made you think of that, because I think it's very interesting. So where'd that come from?
I just think about like propaganda a lot, man. Propaganda is fucking crazy, and it's meant to divide, and it works really well, dude.
Sure.
I think a lot of that shit starts and like, I don't know, small places, all types of underground cultures, and then they just get spread, man. It's fucking weird. Ideology is weird. What you'll believe in and talk shit about all day is crazy. I just think it's fascinating.
I think that the ease with which someone can like share information has a lot to do with that. You know, like I can share an article, or I can even quote an article and share it with a lot of people very quickly.
Yeah, I can get propagandized like quick as shit. Like, oh, really? That's what they're doing? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Find out 2 days later, none of it was true. You're just like a fucking retard listening to people that are lying to you. It's crazy. Fucking nuts.
It's very easy. It's very easy.
That would never happen on this show. We're not lying to you.
This whole thing is a lie. This is all.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The
then
fucking
shoot.
Truman Show.
Seriously.
Yeah. Then why don't you go with what do you have like? Do you want to start us off with what do you have like a specific?
Nothing specific. I mean, it is crazy. I watched last night a clip of the president like just straight up saying we need to get rid of Putin and fucking, God bless our troops. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Are you saying you're sending troops to fucking Russia? This is crazy.
Right.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
There's just like a lot of propaganda out there that people get hung up on, man. It's really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that more like rhetoric though?
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
We're splitting hairs now.
I think to me and this may or may not be correct, but when I think of like propaganda, I think back to like those like my initial thought is back to those like war posters from the 40s and the 50s of especially of the ones that like the one with the chick that's like doing the thing, and I don't know if that's sexist of me, but the one she has like I think she has a bandana on, and she's I think it has something to do with women's right to work and yada yada, and so I think that
some propaganda is true. Like it's not all lies. Some of it is actually true, but they still use it to fucking pump you up.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
My understanding of propaganda and rhetoric is something that's speech wise.
Sure. Yeah.
President going on TV being like blah 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 blah. Wow. Little puppet masters behind him like yes.
Talking
But
head.
like
it's hard to tell.
Propaganda is like where you have imagery placed in.
Right. I think the literal definition of that is
like Nazis with swastikas.
Right.
They actually stole from a Buddhist symbol of peace and unity.
Which is what's really sick about
mind blowing, but
yeah.
That anyways, just want to clear that up. Melissa, in case you're wondering what the difference between rhetoric and propaganda was, there it is. So
Thank you so much.
Are we going to war? Is that what you're saying, Dylan?
Dude, it's possible. I'm ready.
You heard it first here on the Blender, guys. We're going to war.
They got lots of morphine and lots of guns. It sounds fun.
Yeah, you're the first one to get drafted for sure.
If I can just pass a fucking health certification, which I probably can't.
Yeah, they're probably like sitting in the White House right now. Like, we need everyone that's not contributing to this country. Top of the list
now. We need them now.
Well, you know what Zelensky, what the president of Ukraine did to bolster his troops was he was literally allowing prisoners out of prison to go and fight in the war, which I thought was kind of I'm sure there was
Hitler did that too.
The Romans did that shit.
I'm sure there was a vetted process where they were not, who knows if they were letting, child molesters and stuff out to fight. I don't know, but
they'd be the first ones they let out. They don't want like some fucking tax evader out there trying to fucking defend their country. They want fucking psychopaths and murderers out there, right?
That's true. I would think
people will get the job done.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna audit you. I'm gonna fucking slice your face off. God, you want?
Well, what did you have, Ryan? What was your
Oh, so the idea of culture was what the topic I was understanding.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's culture.
Culture propaganda.
You've heard black people talk. It's culture's it's a big umbrella.
Big umbrella. Okay. So wow.
That's great.
I'm embarrassed.
No, it doesn't.
You'd have to have feelings to be embarrassed, and I don't have any. So with culture, like what I was thinking was like, okay, and this goes back like as far as like early whatever, Adam and Eve, if you will, you know, like the idea of like shame, and then like, so they clothe themselves, right? And this is in the Bible, if whatever choose to believe or not believe it, I don't really care, but it's like it's written in there, and that was written a long time ago, right? So I was thinking, I was talking to this guy that I hadn't talked to in forever from high school, and he was that guy at parties that would like get drunk, get naked, and then immediately try to fight somebody, you know, like the naked
Hold
guy
on.
tried to fight-
You can't, no, you can't just skate past that like that's a normal thing at a party. I've been to a lot of parties. That's not like that's not a
Dude, that
character.
happened at every single party I ever went to.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
Someone
People-
got naked and tried to fight.
Yeah, dude, like dicks flying everywhere, like fucking. Whoa! I don't want to fight this guy. He's naked.
That sounds ridiculous. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Wait. Now, see, damn it. All right. So, anyways, naked guy at a party fighting. Like, why is it instinctual for fucking like once you get super? And I do it too. Like, whenever I would get like super hammered drunk, I would just want to be naked. Not necessarily the violent part of it, but like in culture, like in streaking. Okay, like people are like, let's go streaking in the quad. Like, why is it when you get fucking like inebriated, all of a sudden you're like, I'm no longer ashamed of my genitalia? Like,
Well, I think that's exactly what alcohol is supposed to do to you. It's
Right.
literally supposed to lower your, and it's funny that that's your topic.
well,
'Cause
it's
mine
part
is,
of culture, right?
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
mine's
like in
similar to
all
that.
societies, like in fucking Africa, they do like the, you know, dancing around the fire, like fucking. It's like a rite of passage where you just get naked and like jump over the fire and like scream and yell, right?
I think that's a very simple. I think that's a simplified way to put it, but yeah.
Well, I'm sure it is because I don't know much about the situation, you know. But like, if you're joining a fraternity or something, they're gonna be like, "Let's go streaking in the quad." So there's the white version of it for you, Chris.
You
You
guys
gotta
gotta
do a lot worse
you got-
things to get in
you
the
guys
fucking
gotta-
fraternity.
Hold on for me for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Wait, I'm offended. Oh, he's gonna go do a line. Ugh.
He's lying to us all.
I'll be right back. Ugh. I'm ready for my topic. But that's a serious thing, dude. People get naked and drunk. It's part of culture. Don't
Yeah,
fucking
there's a whole
lie to yourself.
nudist culture. Nudist cultures are huge, man.
Oh, I swear to God. I thought I had something good there. I thought I really liked some mind.
Oh, that's no, that's great. I think that's
Mind-blowing
that's cool.
shit.
I think that if you actually asking why when people drink, I think it's kind of, you know, alcohol
I
literally.
know why
is
they
supposed
drink.
to-
It's fucking great. I mean, it's
No, I'm not saying that why they drink. I'm saying why you want to get naked when you drink.
Yes, that's it. Like, why is it like instinctual? Like, all okay, Fantastic at all. Remember, like Dylan Fantastic was one of those people that just fucking.
It's because you don't want to get fucking naked if you're not completely shit faced. So you get completely shit
But
faced
why is that? Like,
because alcohol is
I think-
great. Didn't we say
Because
that?
it makes you
culture tells you to keep your clothes on, right?
right, yeah, because it's restrictive. When you're walking around
It's probably
in society,
tied to wanting to fuck something. I mean, I'm sure you're just like, will someone touch this fucking thing? Like, touch this.
I either want to
goddamn
fight or fuck something.
thing. Yeah, something has to happen there.
That's good.
Melissa,
I don't-
your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
You guys are weird.
Yeah.
You should.
Okay, so like at the like the girls' parties and stuff, y'all don't like fucking duke it out naked ever? Like,
No.
No, hold on. No. I gotta put this. This is fucking ridiculous. Right.
What you're saying is
I-
insane.
What you're saying is, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Is what I'm
His
trying
name
to
was
tell you.
Tim, wasn't it?
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. He was always naked.
We were supposed to say names on here.
I literally don't. Is that a real thing? You know someone named Tim at a party? Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know that Tim.
It's cool. Woo.
Victory.
I'm just saying that I think that is specific to that crowd of people. I'm saying I don't think that I don't.
Okay, no. Another example of this. Okay, so I started thinking on cops when they're like arresting him in the street, he's always butt naked, like fucking screaming in the parking lot. Raw! Like fuck, you know what I'm talking about?
I think that's more of a PCP thing, though. I think that's a little bit of
He
a
doesn't
different.
do PCP.
A different thing. Again, I really think it's because I'll tell you why. It's an interesting question because I think in society, people feel so restricted. They feel so that they have to hold themselves back. So as soon as they get a few drinks in them, that's going to make their inhibitions lower, right? They just go crazy. It's like what is it? What's the week-long thing that the Amish kids do when they're 15 or 16?
Rumspringa.
Rumspringa, that's what it is. It's similar to that. It's like you just have if you feel like you have a moment where you can just let it go. But I'll say this: I've been housed on a cocktail of drugs and alcohol many a time, and I've never wanted to like get naked and run through a crowd of people. That thought's never crossed.
You told me last night.
So I don't know what that says about anything else. I think it,
And he's dead.
Fuck, I can't hear.
Chris is dead. Oh, there he is. Wait, you cut out, Chris.
I don't know what to tell you. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It says my internet connection is unstable. So if
He's too close to DC, man. They're listening.
Yeah.
It went out this morning. So if it goes out, I'm sorry.
They're trying to stop this thing already.
Well, that was my take on culture. Naked people fighting. So I don't know. Even gladiators did that shit. It fucking
dicks out sword fighting.
Yeah,
legit sword fighting.
He gets it. Dylan gets it.
I think that may have been more just so that the bull didn't have anything to latch onto, like give you more.
Safe.
To be more
of a
yeah. Who knows? I don't know.
I'm sure they were like, God, I hope these gladiators are safe before we put them in the lions.
Well, it's interesting that was your take, because my take was similar, and I thought about it for a while, obviously, and at first I was it dawned on me that it feels like that we as and I don't know if this is an American thing or if this is a Western thing or an Eastern thing or what it is, but my observation was that we seem to have a culture, or there seems to be a certain culture in America where we introduce these problems to society. We introduce these problems or these things to society, and when these things start to become a detriment to a certain group of people, right, i.e. alcohol, that alcohol was the object, or was the subject, was the example that I was going to give, where we have this culture where we push something on people, right? Like we as a society push something on people, or we accept something into society. Again, alcohol was the example, but there's other examples that I was thinking of, but where we introduce something into society, and then when that thing begins to become problematic, when it becomes to become a detriment, I don't know any other way to say it, when it becomes detrimental to a group of people or everyone, it becomes detrimental, we seem to just be like, oh, well, hands off, like, sorry, and tend to just like kind of want to escape the problem, right? And there's lots of examples of it that I wrote down, everything from healthcare issues that were coming to mind, the whole student loan racket. We push universities and push colleges on people and tell people that they need to take out these massive loans to go to these universities, and then you get out of school and you got $250,000 worth of debt, and it's like Congress will bail out the auto industry and bail out all these other things, but when it comes down to people, whatever. But it just kept coming back to alcohol, where it's like we push alcohol on people, like it's so accepted. It's not just accepted, like it is pushed on people to the point of like, when you tell someone that you don't drink, that becomes the topic of the conversation. It doesn't fucking matter what you're talking about. If you are a group of people talking about foreign affairs in Ukraine, and someone says, well, I don't drink, and all of a sudden everybody's like, you don't drink? Oh my God, what do you mean you don't? It's like this huge thing. And so I think it's odd how we want to push this poison on people, and then when it comes down
They're trying to sniff out why you don't drink, though. They're like, what? Why?
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
I'm a fucking total fuck up, like all.
That can be the answer. That's, I mean, for someone I think for the majority of people, the honest answer would be, well, I'm not good with controlling. You know, most people are
swords. I like to get my dick out and fight people.
yeah, right. Most people are not so. Most people. I mean, I imagine there's some people that are probably just like, no, I don't drink. I just don't. But I don't know any of those people. But yeah, I just think it's just a thought that I had where we seem to like, we seem to bring out the worst in people sometimes, and then, you know.
But what's even more like fantastic than that is like we bring out the worst in people, and then we create these programs to like benefit more money to exploit those problems.
Yeah,
like,
and punish
oh,
them
you're an
for it.
alcoholic.
You
Well,
get
go to
thrown
our
in jail.
fucking detox center where we're gonna charge you fucking $60,000.
Yeah, that's the whole culture around that is very.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
sick.
all about money. It's like
Shady.
addiction. Like you can just fucking get someone addicted, and then you can charge someone to get them unaddicted, and then you can get them addicted to something else, like methadone, and then you can get them addicted to something else, and it's like, oh yeah, but in the end, what they're gonna end up doing is fucking turning you into a fucking slave for the system, and then it's like they win. It's fucking great. It's
Well, that's definitely. I mean, that's in so many other words exactly what I was talking about.
yeah, that is. I think that's an American thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I have
Yeah,
no
I think
idea.
it's an American culture thing. I don't know if like in Austria they're really like pumping out methadone clinics and detox centers.
I think you'd be surprised. I don't know for sure,
Yeah.
but I think you'd probably be surprised. Like, I mean, like if you think about alcohol in other countries, I mean, like there are definitely other Eastern thinking countries, Cold War era type stuff, the country that where they're giving their kids fucking alcohol at a much younger age than, you know, than the norm here.
Russia gave us fucking crocodile that was like rotting people's arms off. So
yeah, I heard about that shit.
That was a good one.
Flesh-eating
Like,
virus.
oh, we can't afford heroin, but we can give you like this battery acid that if you shoot it, kind of feels like heroin.
But and I don't. It's
falls
funny.
off,
It's funny you say that because there are some places in the world where if you maybe not alcohol, you take the drugs, for example, and you know, hardcore drugs are not really pushed on people obviously the way that alcohol is, but some people's answer to the drug issues is to just give it to them themselves and regulate it. And I don't know if that I can't really say if that's an answer or not. You know, there are places where giving people clean dope and giving people clean needles and places to
drugs
shoot
are
up.
never the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem.
Sometimes, a lot of times they are the answer.
Doesn't seem normal. But what do I know?
People suck. That's what it is. People are fucking horrible. Melissa, what did you come up with, huh? I want to hear what special guest.
Nothing at all.
Dude, you got that badass microphone and you got nothing to say?
You guys are really intense.
How did
It's
you
9
get that
o'clock
to
on a
work?
Saturday. Of course we're intense.
Fuck yeah. Well, what was your hold on a second.
Oh God, dead air. Dead air. Someone say something. This is the worst thing for a podcast. I read about it. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air.
My computer keeps fucking up. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, IT. Call the IT guy. Where's Taylor? Taylor!
No.
Fuck in here. Seriously, her fucking husband, Melissa McIntyre, her husband's an IT guy. He works for the government.
I don't know if I'd say that out loud.
No, he does.
He
I
did.
said it. Does he
Yeah.
work for the government? I forget. He like
He's not-
flies drones or something, so don't piss me off.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, he's a drone simulator.
He doesn't
Seriously.
fix printers or anything.
If she actually turned that camera around right now, he has like a scoreboard of how many fucking people he's killed in drone strikes. Fucking like riddled across the wall.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's also
I
talk about it.
Touches on the bedpost.
Yeah, he had to move out of rooms because the room next to her actually is just the whole. It's like wallpaper.
Well, fuck it. I think what Dylan said earlier about what Biden said is very interesting. The last thing that I want to do right now is debate anybody on anything that has to do with politics. What's interesting though is I heard what he said as well. I heard the speech, and I know that a lot of other people heard it as well. I find it interesting that what I heard was him saying, this guy can't stay in power, which is I think verbatim
We
what
did
he
have a
said.
Cold War with them for like 50 years, and we don't really have like great relations with them. So what if Putin was like, we got to get Joe Biden out of that motherfucker?
See, I don't know if Putin would do that, but I think that there are people, in Russia that would, but that's so far removed. I think that we in this country, especially people our age, just underestimate just how, and forgive me for sounding like an asshat when I say this, but I think that we underestimate just kind of how badass or hardcore the American military is, especially in the eyes of the rest of the world. I think that, I just don't know if they are gonna, come over here and just start fucking us up. But anyway, what I was saying was that I think it's interesting that some people heard what he said and they're like, oh my God, he's saying that we're going to war. And I heard what he said, and it's not at all what I heard. I just heard some guy who was frustrated with the guy who was like, man, this guy can't stay in power. I didn't hear him say, hey.
Dude, they preloaded us for like 4 years about Russian, how much like Russian fear shit was out there the whole time. For the past like 6 years, they were like, Russia's fucking our government up. Russia. And now
I don't
like,
even watch the fucking news and fucking I'm
troops.
scared of Russia.
Yeah.
I'm pro Russia. I'm a communist.
That's
I'm
great.
an old school Soviet. No.
He's a spy.
I do like their vodka.
He's a spy.
No, I don't
Hey,
know.
hold
I have
on.
no idea. But there are
Did you guys
there's a
just
bunch
get
of
that
Nazis
text?
in Ukraine too. That's crazy.
Did y'all get the emergency text?
No.
It's Biden. He said the gas prices are going down. War's over, boys. Pack it up. We're going home.
You know what I did? You know what I did see the other day that made me chuckle was a clip of Dazed and Confused. It made me think about sitting in your room as a especially in the
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Oh, I froze. I want to hear this. Damn it.
Everybody's frozen.
Oh, it's good.
Well, fuck, man. I don't know anything about Russia. I wish I did.
I think the point is that none of us really do know anything about Russia.
I don't know anything about Biden. I really don't know anything about this country.
Nobody really does.
Yeah.
I think that's the point. I think that no one really does. And I think what's funny is that when you find people that do act like they like have some kind of like insider knowledge that you don't have or something, like they think that, oh, I know that this is like, fuck off. Like no one has any clue what's going on. And anybody who tries to convince me that they do have some kind of, firsthand, I was on 4chan and I saw this person tell me that this is like, I don't, that's all, this, all this like I don't believe in anything, which is
the problem is you don't know what to believe. You have no idea who to trust. That's what's
right.
So fucking
right.
crazy.
So just don't believe in any of it. It's fodder. It's entertainment.
But that's not a good spot to be either. To not.
Yeah. No, it's not.
They just do whatever the fuck they want. They're like, oh, they don't fucking trust. They don't give a fuck. They know we just lie to them. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We bend them over every day.
My thing is, and this is probably a white privilege thing to say, so somebody can write it down. I've got too much going on in my own little realm to really like. I enjoy the entertainment value of it, but like I don't really believe in any of it. You know what I mean? It's like watching reality TV.
It's like WWE wrestling or something.
Yeah, it's right. So some of it's real, but most of it's bullshit. So like trying to hold on to any of it. Trying to hold on.
We just don't know why.
Yeah, and which
storyline they won't tell us.
And that sucks. And that's really the only thing there is to it. Especially with what's going on right now, and as far as the Russia-Ukraine stuff, like I don't know who's in Ukraine. I don't know all I know is that there are innocent people dying, and that shit sucks. And then after that, it's like move on. I don't know, what
you
else
enjoy high-speed internet and porn and these conversations we're having. We're gonna have to kill a few people in Ukraine and Russia. It just gotta happen.
It's freedom's not free and other pro-America rhetoric.
Apparently, neither is Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom's not free.
China's got all this. China, man, is the
Hey,
worst.
okay, but just to chime in, and then we can fucking switch it over to something else. Fucking, I believe in one thing, and one thing only, and that's Melissa Hardy has the answers that we're looking for.
That's a better place to
If
be.
everyone could just shut up and listen to her for a minute, you know? All that fucking
That's a
sick knowledge she's dropping.
I definitely don't have all the answers.
That's horseshit, and you know it.
don't
That's
do
exactly
that.
what someone would say
That's
that had all the
horseshit.
answers.
I watch the news all the time, but I can't tell you shit.
What do you see on the news? What happens?
Bad
How does it
stuff.
make you feel when you hear it?
Horrible.
To me.
I just feel horrible.
All the time.
Yeah, it's just like fear porn. It's fucking terrible. I get stuck in that shit too.
No, I don't participate. I have enough like fear and imagery going on in my own head. I don't need the TV fucking pouring more in there. I'm like, I'm good. Fuck that.
Well,
I'm
I
out of
think-
serotonin. I'm on to cortisol now. Now I just
Well,
gotta get
I'll say this:
cortisol,
there is
adrenaline shots
there's a
of
nice
fear.
program. It's called Sunday Morning or something like that, and it's just nice stories. I like to watch that about like people giving balloons to.
It's just
6
cute
children.
puppy videos.
It's what it is. It's like
It's just cats.
oh, here's fucking Bono and donating some large amount of money to some charity. And that's what I watch. So
And then what's great is there are people that will hijack that shit too, and you know.
yeah. But then I go draw dead people in my journal for like 6 hours straight, and cry. So you know, what does that say? About who's healthy in this situation? Really,
That's real world stuff. Real world stuff.
I think someone's in this closet with me. But anyways, that's not important. Fuckers. I didn't recap my week, man. You guys all jumped ahead of me. And I didn't tell you what I did this week.
I'm interested.
Are you? I
Yes.
am interested. I am interested in your life.
No, fuck off. I was genuinely interested. I'm not now. You can go to hell.
Damn it, I do it every time. You know? Just when someone starts to care about me.
Is everything a bit to you?
Yeah. Wait, what's a bit? Where am I?
I think I pull an Andy Kaufman.
For the better part of 6 months, 8 months, my whole life, I've been really like thinking about getting what are they called? Those people you talk to and then they give you medication?
Therapist?
A drug dealer?
Yeah.
Oh, the ones that are legal.
Indians?
A
Indians.
psychologist?
A psychiatrist. A
Psychiatrist.
psychiatrist can give you drugs.
Yeah, I want the one that can give me drugs.
Yes,
So, anyways, I went by this place, you know, that's offered at the town where I live, which we
Do
won't.
you have any
say
drugs?
that. Yeah, and I got the paperwork like literally 4 months ago, and they were like, "Fill out your patient paperwork," and I was like, "Ugh, I don't know about this." I filled it out this week. And I took it
Wait.
back there.
Wait. What, are you talking about getting on psych meds?
Fuck yeah, psych meds.
You really?
That's what you want to call them.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, dude, I filled out the paperwork and everything. And you know what they told me? They said our earliest appointment's 3 months away. And I was like, ha ha!
No, that's good.
I probably would kill so many people by then. So.
I'll be dead by then.
No, I asked because if that I think that if I think it's great if that's the route you're going. I think that's awesome that you're taking whatever step it is to improve.
I don't know if I
your,
necessarily want medication. I just don't want to want to kill everybody around me.
I'll say
and not like everyone. Like I'm not saying like the general public, but just like friends and family. You know. Just
well,
you.
I'll
Maybe
say
a couple people. in the
I'll
was
say
public.
you
saying
should-
on this podcast.
I'll say I would be
Melissa,
careful. I would be careful because they'll probably try to, if you go, I guess depending on who you go see and what their shtick is, I would be careful because some of those doctors will just be like, oh, you have a negative feeling, like you know how they do. So just be careful.
Well, I've been to them many times before, and I don't know why I'm going back to another one, but I prayed about it, and God was like, "Go seek therapy," and I was like,
Well, I think if you're seriously taking a step to like improve your whatever, then I think that's more power to you. And people still say kudos and stuff. I don't know.
"No,
Cheers.
people don't like kudos anymore." No.
That's great.
No.
More power to you. Thumbs up.
Yeah. What are
Attaboy.
you all doing to help your mental health? That's what I thought, motherfuckers. Y'all suck.
Who's gonna go
Not good.
first?
That was all a
Not
lie,
good.
anyways. I'm not really seeking therapy at all. So just disregard everything I just said. I'm a liar. I'm a liar.
You're a terrible person.
I think I'm becoming agoraphobic, which is the fear of going outside.
Yeah,
you
what's
look
your
pale. I
so
mean, you
since
look
you-
absolutely
since-
horrible, Dylan. Just
since you don't have a job, are you like actively looking for another job, or are you just kind of hanging out?
I was supposed to this week and just kind of hung out and kind of stared off at the woods for a while. And then I thought I need to go. But I don't have a car, so I got to call a Lyft, and I'm just a lazy piece of shit. Don't want to walk around Roswell.
You're at your folks' house?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they at work all day while you're at home just by yourself?
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep. Thank God I don't know how to tie a noose or have the balls to kill myself, or I would have done that already.
yeah, you look horrible. Like
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. Yeah.
Great.
Well, that
That's
looks good. No, the chin thing looks good. Everything
That's
else,
good.
the worst.
The chin thing looks good.
No, you actually,
no,
yeah,
that's
you look
good.
horrible. I was
That's
gonna lie
terrible.
to you and be like, you look like you're doing better, but you look worse. Way worse.
Well, you motherfuckers are way further away from the camera. Why don't you get up to the fucking camera, asshole? You actually
I'm
look pretty
comfy.
healthy. You look good. I'd fuck you.
That looks terrible. I'm scared.
These teeth aren't real. See that?
Fuck yes.
Are they really not real?
These teeth aren't real.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't know you had. I didn't know you had the fake ones.
Yeah.
That's great.
Lost them all in my
These
drug
aren't
addiction.
real.
That's awesome though. I mean, it looks great. Is that uncomfortable? Or was I
No,
guess
no. great.
dude.
I mean,
it's probably not. It's not uncomfortable now. Was it uncomfortable when you first got it done?
What do you mean when they carved my face open and pulled all my fucking jaw out? Fucking no,
I'm
that
talk-
felt great too.
I'm talking about the actual the unit itself. Like, was it uncomfortable when you first started wearing it?
Well, when I first started putting units in my mouth, I was a little off-putting, but I've
Yeah,
gotten used to the taste of it.
That'll do it. I'm glad. It makes me feel better
Yeah. So
that you've gotten used to it. It makes me
yeah,
feel
I look pretty horrible too. But towards the end there, my face was great. It was great. It was great.
better. That's awesome.
I got a recovery plug if anyone wants it. If anyone wants to go to a fucking 16-month fucking inpatient treatment center.
Oh, is that the one that you? That's the one that you went to?
Do they have like lines of credit there?
I'm sure they do.
I can get you in on a scholarship, buddy.
I'm sure they do.
What's a,
have
what,
something.
what is a scholarship?
It's where you just go.
And they'll pay for it all?
Well, yeah, because you work while you're there, so it's not like they don't pay you to work, but you get free food and housing and all that stuff. And then you get to learn about Jesus. What about Jesus?
Jesus rocks, dude. Jesus
Hey,
fucking
man,
rocks.
Jesus is that guy, dude. He's like, he'll
Dude.
bust out that fruit basket and say, eat, baby. Fucking eat. The
You're
fucking
so-
cornucopia is fucking open. Who wants
You're
to
Woo!
You want to see
Oh,
your
and
fucking
cigarettes.
fruit drop? You want to bear fucking fruit, Dylan? Get this fucking Jesus in you. Sorry. That's the
Amen,
program
Jesus
talking.
Christ.
I can't help.
Woo!
Hey, looks like
But this is why is all the music and all the shit that is like surrounding that whole, it's all just so corny and lame. I can't help it. The music
you
is
say that,
just
dude. You say that, man. Like when I first was there, I was like detoxing my fucking nuts off from methadone and heroin and coke and just like dying. But then I was in a church service one time and they were like jamming out like some fucking like AG chords. I was like, oh, this is gay. And then the fucking Holy Spirit hit me and I was like, arms in the air.
no, that's great. I think that's awesome.
It's like, it's weird, dude, because like if once you're in like a culture like ours, like fucking where it's just like, you know, rock and roll and fucking, you know, whatever the music we listen to. But then you go do that for a while. At first it's like super uncomfortable, but once you like kind of like accept it and like try to do something new, it actually like you're like, this doesn't really suck. These people are kind of happy and they might have
Yeah.
figure it out. Like,
That's fucking awesome. That's
so
really cool.
It was definitely an experience. I still have no fucking, flag in the ground about anything.
Did y'all go to church growing up? The Hardys? Did y'all go to church ever?
Mel, you want to answer that?
Yeah, we went to a bunch of different churches though.
Yeah,
we went to
like
a Unitarian church.
You guys were like trying things out to see like what
I
suited
don't
you.
know
I
if
guess?
Ryan ever went. I went.
I didn't really go. I think it was a daycare thing. Like churches always offered free daycare.
Right.
I did go to Christian kindergarten.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
But no, I remember going for like Christmas, like we do the Christmas Eve shit.
Yeah,
We all got really sick that one year.
Yeah, we all got food poisoning from the fucking communion.
So that's why
y'all.
you have an aversion to all of that.
Yeah.
They poisoned us, those motherfuckers.
No, but I really do. I love like the spirituality of it and like the idea of like Christ and like self-sacrifice. But like it's just really hard to buy into something that's like a book that's written by man, because it can be distorted,
that's
you know what I mean?
that's one of my biggest. I shouldn't say like problems. It's not like a thing, but that's one of my biggest things when I think about, because what's shocking to me is there are people that take the Bible in a literal sense, and I don't want to debate whether or not it should be, whether it is, whatever, but I just find it interesting that there are people that read a book written by a man, but then basically say that man is full of shit and shouldn't be trusted on his own. So I just find it interesting. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And they raped a lot of young boys. A lot of young boys were raped along the way.
Sodomy. They invented it.
A lot of sodomy went down along the way.
Yeah,
Past
so I don't.
2,000 years.
Yeah,
So
so
We cannot fuck.
sodomy. It all happens.
Fuck these boys and decapitate them, then cut their nuts off so they can sing in the church.
No,
It's awful.
castrato. That's exactly what it is.
Nothing's more beautiful than a 6-year-old with no nuts. It's a beautiful sound.
He can hit those fucking A notes like fucking you've never heard. It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, this is a disturbing conversation.
Wait, okay, that's a good segue. Y'all want to bust a scenario out?
Please, if your scenario has anything to do with naked children, I don't want to have any.
It actually has something to do with everything Dylan just said.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What did Dylan just say?
Nothing.
Castrato is beautiful, dude.
That's what it was. Okay, Melissa. So we do this thing called the scenario. You heard the episode. You remember the scenario, right?
Yeah.
What was the scenario you heard?
You're shitting in a bathroom and it overflows, and you have to
That was a good
decide
one. That was
whether
a
to
good
save the
one.
guy or not.
Hell no.
We're just so wait. So Dylan and Chris can know. What was your take on saving the guy?
I said I would try,
Well, that's okay. I can dig it.
but Ryan said, "Why would I be shitting in the men's bathroom?" So I don't know.
Should have had to answer that question first.
Yeah. So.
Uh,
Okay, so everyone get in their scenario modes.
alright.
Closing your eyes, black canvas, right? We're seeing nothing but the scenario, okay? So here's the imagery of it. It's the 1900s. So you gotta think back then, no cars, they're all horses, fucking livestock. You're in where you at? You're in Gadsden, Texas, right? You're right on the coast. Right on the coast there, Gulf of Mexico, right? So the National Weather Survey comes out and says there's this giant hurricane, but it's just going to go right by the coast, right? It's just going to drift on by the coast. And they say everyone should come down to the beach and so you can see these giant waves, because you're never going to be able to see waves like this ever again, right? So hordes of crowds start going to the beach, and you tell yourself, you're like, well, if all these other people are going, surely it's safe. The National Weather Survey said, come on down, So you're making your way through the little town of Gadsden, where they have like porcelain shingles on the roof, and like all these horse-drawn carriages are coming by, and you're like, this is a really nice, lovely little town. I would probably move here one day, right? You there? Everyone there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you smell the real estate? Can you taste it? A little piece of Gadsden? You
Little
thinking
piece of
about it? You want to
Mexico.
buy? Timeshare in Gadsden, anybody? Okay, so you get down to the beach and you're watching these giant waves crash down, right? And you're like, wow, this is like really, really beautiful. And fucking then you notice like the storm doesn't really look like it's going to the left, but more coming directly at you, right? And you're in a crowd. Like, what was it? Travis Scott crowd, just massive amounts of people crowd. And the storm comes faster and faster, and the waves are getting higher and higher, and the winds start picking up, and all those beautiful porcelain tiles start flying off rooftops and chopping people's fucking heads off. And then there's horses flying around, and they're like, we didn't do anything to deserve this. And I was like, God, I really love that horse. And it crashes down on a child. And you're like, Jesus Christ, that baby did it. Oh my God, there's blood everywhere, right? So everyone starts panicking once they realize, like, we're all going to die here. And the National Service weather people are like, oh, we were wrong. We were so fucking wrong. Like, oh my God, get out of there as quick as you can. So everybody runs, right? Everyone's running. We're all running. There's a lighthouse. And in the lighthouse, there's a little bit of shelter. And there's all these people outside. And the dude kicks open the door, the lighthouse guy, and he's like, why are any of you worth saving? Go. Give me an answer.
I want to surf that wave, dude. I brought my surfboard. It's down at the bottom of the lighthouse. You got to let me out of here. I got to hit that big wave coming.
So you would not want to be, you want to go for the lighthouse? You'd go for the, what is it, Point Break? Pedal
Yeah,
out?
I got to hit the brake, dude. I got to shred the gnar.
Well, I can tell you right now, if I walk up and there's shelter and there's a guy in between me and the shelter and he says, why do you, I'm not going to answer it. I'm just going to fucking push him out of the way. And I'm going to physically harm him so he can't fucking stop me from getting to the shelter. That's honestly what I would do.
But you got women and children around you too, and you're like, oh yeah, man. So you just be like,
oh well, then I would physically remove him from the situation, and then whoever we deem.
It'd just be a king of the hill till one person is in there.
Yeah, honestly,
you only could fit 135 people in there. Well, there's about 20,000 outside.
Well, 135. The point is that I'm not. The point is that some guy who thinks that he's gonna like be judge and jury over a bunch of people seeking shelter or not. I just
That's an interesting take. I like it. So Dylan, you're gonna surf the waves.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my chances outside, dude. I'm gonna have some fun. That lighthouse is going. They're all dying.
Chris is gonna kill the lighthouse watcher.
Yeah, if they're, I find who the fuck are you? That's like my first question.
All right, Mel, where are you at in this scenario?
I think he would just willingly let me in.
Yeah. Mel would reason with him, and she would be like, "Well, this is why I'm," and he'd be like, "Okay, cool, go ahead."
Well, I'm a woman.
It's reason. That's the whole difference. It's what it's what it's all about.
Yeah,
women and children first. So.
Yeah.
I thought about it. Like, what would you say? Like, why would you be worth saving? I mean, it was like I really stumbled on it. I was like, why would I be worth saving? I have no skills that could rebuild it.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You would have no worth.
Yeah, so I might just be like, ask that.
I'm gonna stay out here. Go.
It's terrible.
Well, no, seriously, I was like, shit, man, I need to get some more skills under the belt or something.
I should have fucking been a welder. Should have fucking been a welder.
Should have been a welder.
Or like a horse stutter or something, because now they're gonna need more horses. Fucking. So
I'm a breeder.
And I'm pretty sure that by the time the 1900s came around, I think the car was invented in the late 1800s though. So.
No, 1920s when it became like a public thing.
Oh really? Yeah, that's interesting. Cobblestone streets and stuff.
Yeah,
a legitimate worry was that there was going to be so many people and so many horses that the shit was going to clog the streets, and then cars came out, and that didn't happen.
That's
well, anyways, that scenario is actually that's a real life scenario. It happened in 1906 in Gadsden, Texas.
Yeah, well, who? I just find it interesting that I can almost.
Let me give you the numbers. Between 6,000 and 12,000 people died. They have no idea exactly between 6,000 and 12,000 because so many bodies were swept out to sea. They couldn't actually.
Bodies everywhere. But
they knew there was at least 6,000 on the ground and in the trees. So.
God damn, the trees.
In the trees. Bodies hanging from trees, dead. Like
God damn.
Right. But there was a lighthouse where this dude saved 135 people. He's like literally stacks them on top of each other all the way at the lighthouse. Little tower of people inside of a tower of people.
That's great. I keep thinking about the situation of like trying to run inside and some asshole opening the door being like, why should you be saved? It's like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Like,
But isn't that life? Is it
Yeah.
like
I think he like used
life?
those people. He didn't ever work again, but he like used those 135 people for their resources. Like, I saved your fucking life. You're working for me now.
You're my slave. I got you. You're mine. I own you.
I got 135 people working for me. It's great.
I run Gadsden.
I run Gadsden now. That's why he saved all those people.
Fucking.
Human capital, dude. Very, very, very useful.
I had something else. I totally forgot what it was. That was it. Yeah, no, that was it. Okay, white privilege. You said the most. I think Melissa said the most white privilege thing I've ever heard.
What'd
no.
you say?
I'm a woman.
She said nothing, which was the absolute whitest thing you could possibly do on the show.
I'm a woman. It's
I'm
great.
a woman. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna go.
Well, you don't have a vote for white privilege?
Oh,
Mine was Chris, but I can't remember what it was he said. But I remember when he said it, I was like, "That's white privilege thing of
I'm
the day."
sure.
But I
I'm
can't
sure
remember
it
what the
was.
fuck it was. Fuck.
Coaching T-ball today.
That's why.
No, I didn't hear
Well,
that.
I don't know if that's. Yeah,
I don't think that is.
That could certainly be misconstrued to be, you know.
You think people of color can motherfucking play T-ball, Chris, everywhere?
I am nervous. I am like a little bit weary because like the number one thing, because like if you look up like what to do on like if you like Google like what drills to do on like the first day, it's like the number one rule is just like do not let the kids get bored, right? Like you can't have like a drill going where there's like 6 kids in line and the person up front goes and then the other, like you just can't, you know. And so like
suicides all day.
well, I think just
Hey, okay, real idea
it's as
though.
easy as just playing catch.
Team building skills. Y'all should do like trust falls and fucking. I'm serious, man. Like get them to know.
They're like 4 and 5, so I don't think that they're not gonna, they're gonna think it's funny to be like ha ha. I don't think there's any of that there yet.
That's like the whole point of it. You have fun.
I'm just gonna give them gloves and baseballs and just be like, here.
Are you gonna bring juice boxes and pudding?
Not to the practices, no. But we'll probably do that. Megan had like a big team banner made with like
What's
the name.
team name?
The Bad News Bears.
That's the most white privilege thing.
Yeah, all right.
There it is. Fine, absolutely. So we can. I'm glad I could clear that up.
All right, you win, Chris.
So,
You're the topic next week.
but it'll be. Yeah, I don't think I've done that yet, right? So, all right. Well, I'll let you know.
Oh.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, fuck
All
you
right.
all.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Thanks to our special guest, Melissa McIntyre, for joining.
Bye, Melissa.
Bye.
Later
y'all.
Dylan. Hey, hold on,
What?
Dylan.
What?
If I need to get a hold of you, do I call your house phone?
Just you know how to use fucking any foul